This is the Negro Ninja. And today I'm going to let this story play about why friends cheated on their friend's girlfriend or whatever. All right. And one thing I noticed is, okay, the people that do this, the dudes that cheat, okay, always seems to be easily strung along. Hoes cannot resist a nigga that is easy to control, as this story shall prove. All right, let's listen to this story. All right. And it's also just going to show you how predatory, people really are. Okay, how the average motherfucker is that fair weather friend that just want to hang around you. Ain't got no real reason to be around you. Y'all just see each other. Y'all in the same neighborhood. Hey man, what's up? And before you know it, you just attached to people that you really shouldn't be around, or people that you ultimately don't really care about when you really start to think about it. And for good reason, because they ain't about shit. So let's listen.
They had a fight. People who slept with your friend's partner, why did you do it? I guess you could say he was more a friend by association than anything else. A few years ago, I was living in a block of units. I became friends with one of my neighbors and in turn their adult daughter, her husband. Let's call him Leo. He's the friend by association here. Let's call her Amy. Leo was the typical unappreciative, undeserving husband, doing nothing around the house, because it's women's work, yet he still expected her to go out and work while he sat at home. He was the type that would make skivvy, lecherous comments to random women on Facebook.
Okay, this is a lurking motherfucker. You can't trust motherfuckers always really watching you. People, you think they just around you, but they watching you. Okay, just listen to what he said about his so-called friend by association, unappreciative, undeserving husband, jealous. Okay, these are very demonic traits. Okay, remember how I told y'all that these hoes love the serpent. Bitches love the serpent. Okay,
Over time, Amy and I became good friends. There was an obvious connection, her mother even picking up on it. The connection grew, and we'd occasionally hang out one on one.
there was no connection. This bitch just created a connection. Or you could say that she allowed the connection to happen, meaning he liked her more than she liked him. Okay, like how they say love is a choice or whatever. Just like how these hoes be doing when they're doing the flirting game, they'll just walk around, they'll stalk you, when you're handsome and all this type of stuff. And then when it comes time to do something, she clearly liked a nigga, but would just, bullshit because she's choosing not to have that connection. Okay, I mean, it's the connection is there, but she just choosing not to, have the physical connection. Okay, because usually it's because she can't control you. She ain't got no angle. How do I control this particular nigga here? Nigger's handsome, but I just don't see, nothing I can latch my claws into. Okay,
We flirted a little bit, all harmless to start with. I guess she was just wanting someone to show her some attention and not be in it for just themselves.
she is playing this idiot like a fiddle. Okay, all a bit harmless. Once again, hoes be scared to talk to niggas. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened at Barnes and Noble today. All right, near the end, I noticed that there was this lady lining up with me while I was in the cafe, pretending like she had the magazine section reading a book. Okay, I'm like, okay, whatever. Wasn't paying her too much attention, because she was already standing in front of me earlier. She just was walking and she'll stop and look for something to do over there. And I'm looking at her booty or whatever. Then she go back over there. So when they say it's time to close, when I get up and put the book up, I notice that she leave as well. Except she walks out the door first while I'm looking for the book, the section that the book go so I can put it up right. And she just walks and I just see her. Then she turns around and comes back in. Okay. So just picture you sitting where I'm sitting. Okay, and then you just see a girl leave. Okay. And then she just comes back, look for something to do. And once again the Barnes and Nobles are closed, and then she just comes back and she basically stands in front of me lining up from a table like this. Let me show y'all. She comes back and then she gets on her phone, just basically with her feet pointed towards me. By the way, and I was like, this lady clearly, seems to be flirting or whatever. But of course, I know how this goes because this happened 24/7 all day, every day. Bitches, they just drawn to me. But I know they full of shit. But I wasn't finna just walk up to her and initiate a conversation. But what I did was I walked past her as I was leaving, and I said, "Hey," you know, and she just kind of froze up, like, just full of shit. She wouldn't even call nobody. Okay, and I just tested her right there because she didn't even turn around and say, "Hey," she was just stupid. All right, so this dude here being played like a fiddle. Okay, and like when I be telling these stories, everybody's such an expert. They will be just like this nigga in this Reddit story. Okay, the hoe just don't want to control them for whatever reason. Okay, because maybe they just ugly, or you know, she just don't want to do it, but she could if she decided to. Anybody telling you some shit when you're telling these stories, hey, you should do this. Like they, ain't- like they're just something that they're not used to. If I was in this situation, I would do this. That goes to show how thirsty niggas is and you know, how desperate they are. Okay, but I don't ever have them issues. But why are you acting like you can't deal with what I'm just telling you? Okay,
I never intended to actually do anything, at least not at that stage. One night while at a barbecue, Leo was being a huge greasy butt, more than usual, and said something to Amy which just didn't fly. I'm surprised I was the only one to pull him up on it. I ended up saying to him, Leo, you need to cool it, man. Treat your missus with a bit more respect or you'll lose her to someone who will.
simp. I told you. Okay, them the key characteristics. Okay, like a snake. Okay. They also remind me of that one time I was out with that little African bitch. She been a complete bitch, and everybody telling me treat her right, or that somebody else will. And I was like, don't y'all see this bitch being a bitch? Okay, weak-minded people and just stupid. Because you got to just stop and think about this. Anybody with common sense will be able to see a situation for what it is. Okay, if a person cannot, okay, then there's simply nothing inside but a demon. All right, that's that program shit I be talking about.
He laughed and said she's well trained, she's not going anywhere. Okay, buddy, I said to him. Internally, though, this was my challenge accepted moment.
Okay, and she set that up perfectly by having that type of dude to get this type of reaction from the motherfucker that she wants to cheat with. They be knowing what the fuck they be doing. Okay, this is one of the main reasons why they pick stupid motherfuckers. They love to be able to say men ain't shit. Okay, they can use men all types of ways. Now, once again, they'll use a high level dude to draw in the lower level dudes. There's, like how I'm always complaining that motherfuckers stay looking at me. Okay, they stay looking at me, looking at hoes and shit too. They're always trying to figure out a way to cop block or they just be gay. Okay, so she knows that if a high level dude is talking to her, low level dude is gonna be lurking. And then she'll just try to set it up to where they can line up with her and shit. Okay, and then at any given moment, well, I would do this. They're probably in butt in conversations and shit. However they can try to get in, they'll try to get in, and it's not necessarily because they're trying to disrespect you per se, even though they need to get they. I'm gonna be careful. I ain't gonna say nothing to incriminate myself. So, she is basically giving these dudes a signal to do those things. Okay, you got to be careful. Like that one time I was with my sister's friend, such a bitch, and she got mad that I didn't want to pump her gas for her. I'm like, bitch, it's your car. All right, I ain't your nigga. Now, once again, you expect her to do boyfriend things, and I don't even think that's really boyfriend things. Like some low level shit. Pump her gas. If I was driving her, I would have to pump my own gas in my own car. You see how that goes? Okay, so she acting like she can't pump the gas and she just struggling. and some simp ass nigga come over there. And when I say nigga, I mean like the utmost use of the word. Okay, even racist, So because he was black, and that is what he was. So this motherfucker comes over there and helps her. Yeah, and I already know he got a bitch. That would make it stupid because dusty motherfuckers like that usually at least got a kid or something. And I got on her for that. I'm like, something like this could have just sparked something. Like, what if I would have got out this car? Because when them dudes become them, they're doing it, they'll look at you a certain type of way. I'm like, I should get out this car and fuck him up. And it's not because he's pumping the gas. It's just like how they do stuff. It's just like how gay people, like when gay people look at you, you want to do something fucked up to them. Okay, they just create this negativity or whatever. And I was like, you shouldn't just be talking to random people. Then there's a gas station. You shouldn't be doing that type of shit. Well, you wouldn't pump the gas. Just a bitch. She that type of bitch right here in the story. Okay, them the type of hoes that'll get you killed, as you can see. Okay, with the conflict that she created right here. Okay, making this nigga's indignation because it ain't righteous. Let's look up the word indignation real quick. Indignation. Hold on, I have to say that. Indignation. All right, what is perceived as unfair treatment? I told you the motherfucker ain't righteous. It. Okay, so it sparks his indignation. Okay,
Over the coming months, I just let things progress naturally between Amy and myself, and boy did they progress. Started with stolen moments, secret kisses, and Leo none the wiser. One weekend she was staying at her mother's. Amy came over my place one night, just watching a movie, and we ended up sleeping together. It happened a few times over the next couple of weeks.
in his mind, it just happened. Okay, if she was telling people this story, she would say it just happened. No, bitch, you allowed this to happen. Okay, you guided his penis into you. All right, all right. And for all I know, he could be telling motherfuckers that he made moves on her. No, nigga, she made moves on your dumb ass. Okay, she let shit play out and just decide, okay, I'm done with this. Let's just take it here. Niggas be too stupid to see that shit. Okay, and they do this type of stuff even when dudes is basically just running up on chicks trying to get their number. They'll gauge you and they'll play with you as such. If they figure that you easy to toy with, they'll just let it. Okay, let's just change numbers. Okay, I actually text you back. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know what I expected, but it ended almost as quickly as it started. She said Leo was getting suspicious. I said, so what? This right here is good. Leave him. Don't decide now. Just think about it.
All right, and the string is her pubic hair. Okay, that's what that bitch is doing right there. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna say this part after the story's finished. All right, he's getting suspicious. That's only because you put it there for him to get suspicious. Otherwise, he wouldn't know shit. Because you hoes is very good at keeping secrets.
She thought about it, but said she couldn't. Why did I do it? He was a genital, and I think she needed to be shown that someone could want her.
I'm trying to tell you, that's why hoes walk around trying to cause scenes. They know how weaklings think. Bitches are the word in the world is a bitch. Okay, hoes are they don't got a mind. They got a program. Okay, and these motherfuckers that you see walking around simping are the motherfuckers in the program. Okay, dudes carrying out what the program tell it to. Okay, I said, so what? This right here is good. Leave them. Don't decide now. Just think about it. She thought about it, but said she couldn't. Why the fuck could she not? Bitch, you already left the nigga when you cheated. That's technically y'all shouldn't even be together no more. So she know what the fuck she's doing. Okay.
I think I needed it too.
All right, and that's the end of that story. But the reality is Leo most likely is in on that too. Okay. You'll be very surprised at how hard it is for hoes to cheat these days. Okay. Because hoes, like niggas are just strange. Like they know everything they bitch does. Okay. It's like the average couple is not just swinging bisexual couple. So he probably just getting off on the drama. Oh, my girl is just more desirable because this happened. This dude fucked. He probably fucked her right after that. All right. That's why she wouldn't leave him. Because if she was really that dead set on, oh, he's just breaking my heart. He's not a good nigger to have. Then she would have did what this nigga asked. Okay, and that's just the game, They all in it together. The only fool in that scenario was the dumb motherfucker thinking that he getting over on another dude. Friends by association. All right, and this is one of the prime examples of why it's good to let a bitch suffer. Bitch, you got a problem. You deal with that shit yourself. I don't give a fuck what you and your niggas going through. That ain't my problem. Okay. If I have to come and talk to you to console you about your nigga, you should be sucking my penis. All right. Therefore, I should be getting all the pussy. Okay, exclusively. So you're gonna have to make a decision. Either you finna suck my dick exclusively, okay, or you finna stop telling me all your nigga problems. All right, got to let these hoes suffer. Because hoes try to drag you down. That's when they really present a problem. They don't expect you to solve these problems. They're trying to get you into the problem. Okay, they love the chaos. They love the drama. Because you know what a chick would do if she really didn't like the motherfucker? She just leave. Okay, I would know this from experience. Okay, it don't take much for a whore to not like you no more. Okay, all it takes is for you to correct her. You know you shouldn't really do this. The best thing to do, if you tell her something that will make her life better, she got to go. She gets ghosts. And you know what that really is that damn demon. We don't need him. Okay, it's just like the Venom symbiote. What is Venom's weakness? Okay, fire. Okay, or ultrasonic waves. What is ultrasonic waves? Sound. Okay, then I guess the fire part can be deep too because the truth put the heat on that ass. Okay, the truth got some heat to it. All right, they, it's fun. It's ironic how hoes love to burn, but they don't like to be burned by the truth. Okay, but focusing on the sonic wave part, it is sound. It is things that it does not want to hear, and it gets the fuck up off the host. All right, in these situations, one can say that you're the host. You probably just don't know it. All right, you see how comfortable Peter Parker was when the symbiote got on him. He didn't even know that he was in danger. He thought that the shit was helpful. Oh, everything is good. My life is much better as Spider-Man with his black suit. Then when he realized the truth, get the fuck up off me. This ain't what I signed up for. I thought you was helpful. Get the fuck up off me, Venom. Okay, and guess what Venom did? He went to somebody with a weaker mind than Peter Parker. Okay, now remember, Peter Parker doesn't have a weak mind. It was just ignorance. He didn't know what the fuck it was. Eddie Brock, on the other hand, that was a weak motherfucker. He had so much, stuff was crumbling down around here. Now, stuff, Peter don't really have it good either a lot of times, but he handles his situation better than Eddie Brock. So he was stronger mentally. Eddie Brock was weaker. Venom got more use out of Eddie Brock than he did Peter, just due to that very reason. All right. Because for the most part, and I don't know the story all that well. I ain't been keeping up with it. But I know Venom eventually found Flash Thompson. But that's also deep because Flash was even weaker than Eddie Brock. Flash was a what you call those type of people? An amputee. He had both his legs blown off in a war. Okay, but he had it up under control though. because the military technology was helping him or whatever. All right, but Flash may have been stronger mentally, but he still needed him because he was a handicap. But the symbiote loved Eddie Brock the most, it seems. All right, he gets the most use out of Eddie Brock more than anybody. All right, and you can also, let me just switch this up to Carnage real quick. You know who was crazier than that nigga was? What's his name? Well, I forgot that nigga's name. Let me look at this. What is Carnage's name?
Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by More Than I Miss the DC Comics slogan. We're drawing the line at $2.99. I'm your host, Eris Quinones. See? So since a lot of you becomes Carnage, first appear.
Okay, so Cassidy is that nigga's name. Okay, and you see that he's actually insane, very demonic. Mentally retarded people is pretty much a done deal. Okay, they're always wicked. Well, for the most part, when somebody's mentally okay, you can just pretty much expect that they're just wicked unless they can prove to you that they're righteous. Okay, they don't be like Forrest Gump. Okay, them niggas be. I'm telling you, they will fuck somebody up. So and one can say that Forrest Gump ain't even all that righteous because of him putting up with that bitch. But anyway, that's just another story. The point is, you gotta watch them mentally ill motherfuckers. Carnage got the most use out of that nigga. He's more dangerous than Venom. You hoes are parasites. Okay, from Marvel Comics, which in itself represents a demon anyway. You hoes are demons. Okay, well, a lot of them are. So they're like demons. They will only use you as much as you allow them. Okay, this is why I am quick to just cut a bitch off. Like I just stop talking to a hoe altogether. All right, and when, like I say, all them stories when I be doing that to them, they're just like the symbiotes when they're getting forced up off of them. Okay, they don't like that shit. Okay, let these hoes suffer. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.